Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This is Robert Reno. I'm the inventor of the Frankenstein gambling system series, which you are now either listening to or watching. Now, the reason that you've probably come here right now is because of an ad that was placed that was explaining how I was able to come up with 6 high probability bets combined with a no-lose money management strategy. Together, they're what I call the 1-2 punch against the casinos. Now, your next question obviously is going to be, why am I doing this? But before I do that, let's jump right into things here. I'm going to show you that we are going to be playing against a live dealer. These are going to be live results, okay? So, I've also got some clocks over here. On the right-hand side of the screen, you can see that there is no editing or anything like that going on. I don't need to do any of that kind of garbage that a scammer would do, because I've got so much odds and probability in my favor, I don't need to do that. So the reason that I am doing this right now is because, quite frankly, I am sick and tired of the casinos cheating us, okay? I have seen so much cheating from the casinos going on in my gambling career that I thought enough is enough. It's time to kind of level the playing field, so to speak. Now, in the past, if you're a fan of my videos, you've seen me doing quite a few of what we're about to see right now, which is a full shoe demo. I've got a lot of full shoe demos that are in the website, which you're on right now. And, my system is so advanced, it got me banned, as a matter of fact. And it could get you banned too if you're not careful. As I said, I have about 6 high odds and high probability bets that are going to range anywhere from 97% advantage all the way up to a 99.9% advantage. And if the bet isn't enough, well, then the money management strategy should be enough to get you your win somehow. So it's very simple, very mechanical, and it's very unique. You'll never seen a system like mine before in the past. Now, if you think you're going to be able to guess these bets, it will be out of sheer coincidence only. Again, I am drawing off of 6 high odds and high probability bets. Odds and probability, you probably are thinking that they're the same, but as a matter of fact, they are not. And I explain that to you in my training manuals, why there is a big difference between the two. Now, it just doesn't matter what kind of patterns that are going to come out of this Baccarat shoe here. My system is powerful enough that it will destroy any casino cheat, any pattern that comes out. We ride the streaks and the chops, and you're just going to believe in miracles when you see this kind of system at work. Okay, we'll go ahead and place our first bet, and I get our first win. So why is this called the Frankenstein system? A very common question. I have a gambling library of over 2,000 systems, and it's still growing. But I would say at least 99.9% of those gambling systems are junk. They will have you rely on such stupid things as qualifying a table, or luck, or, following a trend, or, the gambler's fallacy, which states that you're going to be placing a bet on something that's due, all those kinds of really just superstitious types of ideas. My system is based solely on odds and probability alone. I will not bet on anything else other than odds and probability in the future too. This is the only system that I have to market, and the only reason that I'm marketing it right now is because my friends and some of the people that I play with begged me to market this system because it was so good. And to be honest with you, the other reason that I wanted to market this system is because at the time I felt that because of this banning, I was going to need some extra money to replace that I lost. But what had actually happened instead was that other casinos took over where a few of them had dropped off. It's no big deal. Now I follow a certain set of rules to avoid getting banned by other casinos. And I hope that if you become a student of mine that you're going to learn those rules as well and play it safe. There's another good win. Now, what you're watching right now is not the money management strategy that I normally use. This is an old money management strategy. I went through and tested about 10 of the most popular money management strategies known, and they all failed except for the one that I'm using right now. Now, after I had rolled the system out, this first part, not long after that, within a few months, I had actually rediscovered a different money management strategy. This new money management strategy can ride long streaks of losses and still be able to win. So while you're losing, you're only going to be betting on just a single solitary unit while you're going through your losing streak. But as soon as you start winning, your bets are going to increase. Now, this is not a money management strategy that is a la bouchère or a reverse this or reverse that or anything else that's common. As a matter of fact, this money management strategy, according to my casino sources, say that they have not seen this money management strategy in the casinos for over 30 years now. And the reason for that is because when this money management strategy was initially invented, it was winning so much money for players that the players thought that they were invincible and they decided they wanted to tweak it a little bit so they could make even more money. But they tweaked it and they tweaked it and they tweaked it to the point where it was rendered unplayable. And then by that time they had forgot what the original was all about. I give you back that money management strategy in its original form, with just a couple of minor tweaks of it of my own. So again, high odds, high probability bets combined with my new no-lose money management strategy is the 1-2 punch against these cheating casinos. Now there are some of you out there who think, well, this is Leonard Benson. This guy sounds just like Leonard Benson. No, I'm not Leonard Benson. My name is Robert Reno. That's my casino handle. I'm morphing my voice right now because I don't want casino personnel to recognize my voice. That's why you're also not going to see my face either. So, this system, like I said, you're watching right now, is a combination of the 3 parts. The Frankenstein, which is part 1, the original Frankenstein system. Part 2, which is called the Son of Frankenstein system, where I start adding in probability bets. And then number 3 is the third and final part. It's called the Bride of Frankenstein, and that is where I introduce the new money management strategy and give you a couple more high probability bets. Now, the reason that this system was split into 3 parts is actually quite simple. There are 3 reasons. Number 1, anti-theft. There's a lot of digital pirating that's going on in the internet, and this is my personal system. I don't need it floating around into people's hands who have not paid for the system, or from the casino personnel themselves. I just don't need that. This is very hard. It's been copyrighted, and for that reason alone, we wanted to be able to split it up and make it so that when I wrote each part of the system, it wouldn't make sense without the other 2. Okay, so that's why we call it anti-pirating. Number two, there's a lot of information here. Even though the bets are very basic and very simple, there's still a lot of information to learn. So it was felt by my marketing people that if I was to split it up again into these three parts, you would not get information overload and be able to become confused and then start complaining or start losing, worse yet, and things like that. And number three, when I first rolled the system out, I wanted quite a bit of money for it. It's a winning system after all, folks, and winning systems are worth their weight in gold. And people would pay any price out there to get a winning system. But the marketing folks say that it's got to be affordable for the average Joe. And so we thought, okay, let's take my asking price and we'll split it into three parts too. So each part that you buy, you know, at the end, by the time you get to the total system, I will have gotten, you know, paid what I felt that the system was worth, and you guys basically got a good deal on it to where it wasn't going to hit you all at once on the payment. But now, since then, we have made this even better still. Right now we're running a special where we've cut the price in half. So you're now going to get all three systems combined into the one, where it's going to be a lot more affordable for you now. Half price. So big news there. There's just so many things that you can see on the website. I've got testimonials from my students who just love the system. I've got all those videos that I was telling you about. Many of them are full shoe videos to what other system developers out there will actually show you unedited, unblurred. You notice on my video here I've got no blurring going on. You can see exactly what it is I'm doing. Okay? And we'll even show you a full shoe for Baccarat here. None. I'm the only one that I have seen in my research that does those things, guys. I am the only one. Okay? So, I urge you to float around the website, check everything out for yourself. I do also do live demonstrations too, so if my videos aren't enough to convince you, and you're just not quite sure if this is a system for you or not, or if I'm on the up and up, then by all means, email us. You know, I do these live demonstrations via Skype, so all I would need is just your time, your time zone that you live in, as well as your Skype name, and then we can set up an appointment. Now, appointments on a first come, first served basis, and I usually get pretty swamped, so it might take us a little while before I can actually get to your particular appointment as well. Plus, I also have a life outside of this too, so you just have to be a little patient as far as the demonstrations go. But again, I am the only one out there who's going to give you a free live demonstration from the comfort of your own home. You won't have to meet me at a casino halfway across the world and bring your own money and all this other kind of stuff that maybe some of these other system developers do. No, I can just do it right over the computer with you. I'll actually put up a program where you can see what I'm doing on my laptop. So again, the only one out there who does that is me. I'm willing to do these things because I am that confident in my system. Again, this video that you're watching right now, you're only basically seeing half. You're only seeing the high odds and high probability bets. You're not seeing the money management at work with it too. But I'm still killing this casino, aren't I? I'm already up about $150 roughly in just a short time that I've been talking to you here. It's only been about 15 minutes. So just some amazing stuff going on with this system. I just felt that there was so many junk systems out there that had good working elements to them. I figured, well, why can't you combine some of them? Now, other people in the past have tried to do that, and they have failed at it too. I took only the best possible elements, the highest probability bets, the highest odds bets, and now this no-lose money management strategy on top of that. Now, I'm going to give you a little bit of a secret to my success here with this system. The reason I've got so many of these little bet selections, these high probability bet selections, is because if you only play one, you are going to be subject to the mathematics of that single system. The best thing to do is to change all of that up by throwing in other bet selections. When you do that, you're going to stretch your odds out. You're going to also stretch out your odds when you do a hit and run. You can't sit at any one particular table for too long, because as good as my system is, there is still a slim possibility of losing. Okay? So, you also don't want to be in there so long that the casino people are going to recognize you as well. So it's always better just to do a hit and run, go in, make a few units, and go to another casino. All those casinos, if you've got quite a bit, let's say in your area, if you're living in Atlantic City or Reno or Tahoe or Las Vegas, of course, anywhere where there's quite a bit of casinos around you, you can hit, quite a few casinos a day, and if you're only making, 3-4 units a casino, that's quite a bit of money, actually, over the course of the day. Yeah, you had to do a lot of running around, but you still ended up winning. Okay? So very, very important to do a hit and run. So again, yeah, this is not my normal voice. I am just disguising it. That's all. Don't freak out. Oh, it's Leonard Benson. I don't like his systems, blah, 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 which I hear all the time. And I like Leonard, don't get me wrong, he's a good guy. He tries real hard, but he's suffering the same thing that most of the other casino system developers suffer from, and that is greedy players, for one, because some of his systems actually aren't bad on the short term, but they're not meant to be long term. There just aren't too many systems out there that are long term. I am very used to having players follow me also. And what I mean by that is that if I'm sitting at the Baccarat table here, for example, I will have other players at the table copy my bets. That happens to me on every single trip that I make to Las Vegas. And let me tell you, folks, it's the kiss of death, because that will get you noticed more than anything else. On a recent trip that I had to Las Vegas here, I was up by about $1,200 or $1,500, and players were following me at the table, except I wasn't aware of it at the time, and ended up having 2 coolers being sent after me to try to break me. I'm not going to explain to you what a cooler is. You'll have to look that up. It's casino jargon. But you got to be very, very careful about how long you stay in the casinos. I got I had that happen to me because I broke one of my own rules about staying too long. So, anyway. There we go. Another good win. Now again, if you think that you recognize some of my betting strategy here, I'm actually still using 6 bets, like I said. If it looks like something you're familiar with, I can assure you it's strictly coincidental. But again, I do not blur any of my information out on the screen. You can see everything. yeah, I chose not to sit on my system the way that other gamblers, professional gamblers do. I did decide to sell it. I've had a lot of my students, I've had seasoned gamblers who've been doing it for 30 plus years tell me that they're now finally starting to win something. I've had people who have never won a thing in their life tell me that they're winning finally now. And I have only ever had 2 requests to get money back, or as a refund. One of them was a professional, what we call a refunder. And that person is still playing my system to this day and still winning. That person had quite the reputation on eBay for getting gambling systems and then getting refunds for them. But that's okay, I have my revenge. He only has the first part, he doesn't have the best parts. He has a part where he can lose a little bit compared to what we're doing right now. So this particular strategy here for the money management, we're going to see if we can win 1 unit per hand. This system is that powerful on just the betting, the bet selections alone. Now, people also ask me what kind of a buy-in do I need? Well, with the new money management, you only need as little as about $500, and that includes a cushion, and that would be for like playing what we're doing right now, the the $5 units. What was kind of cool also is in the tester book, this actually took normally losing shoes and turned it into winning shoes, which is something that is almost unheard of. You can also, if you like to, put together a cheat card that you can take into the casinos with you. They will allow that, at least for Baccarat. And I believe they even will for Roulette and Craps, which you can use in this system for those other 2 games. This system's not built for blackjack. It is not built for online computer-generated casinos. You know, where the results are put out with a computer instead of live, like what we're doing right now. Okay. So it's 100% mechanical because of that cheat card. It will crush any and all associated types of patterns, you know, like the chop, the 1-1 or 1-2, the terrible twos, which is a 2-2 chop, the 2-3s, 3-2s, doesn't matter. We only have one nemesis pattern to worry about, and that pattern changes around all the time. So it's very, very rare if you can actually hit it. But let's say the bet selection fails. Let's say the money management strategy also fails. Well, then I still have a plan to where you can still make up your loss very easily. And that backup strategy is also in the manual as well. Baccarat here, a lot of myths that are associated with it. Oh, it's the game that James Bond plays, and you have to have deep pockets, and it's only for the Europeans or the Chinese, or it's too complex for me to learn, and all that. And all that is, like I said, just myths. Okay? All you're doing is just guessing who you think is going to be closest to 9. Player or banker. That's it. It's just a guessing game. But other reasons that I like Baccarat here, it has one of the lowest house advantages, as low as 1.06%. It also has the least amount of cheating on it. I consider those mechanical card shufflers cheats, but my system will still overcome that. There's a lot of cheating going on in blackjack. There's a lot of cheating by the house, by the casino. There's a lot of cheating going on with roulette, believe it or not. Now, speaking of roulette, I have a very interesting and special treat for you if you made it all the way through here so far on this video. On the video proof page, the very last video that's there is a free roulette system. And that's just to show you how powerful my regular system is in comparison to it. And even then, I still won $600 on that particular video. In, I think it was about 15 or 20 minutes. Okay. Anytime there is players playing here, it always kind of slows the game down. Well, that's okay, not a problem. Still going real fast. That's another reason why I like Baccarat. There we go, it's a good win. This game goes extremely fast, way faster than roulette, way faster than craps. So if you want to make some fast money, you go play Baccarat. This system is designed for both a high and a low roller alike. And what was kind of nice is since I've started to market this system, I've gained a pretty good reputation in the industry for my honesty, my great customer service, and all of these things are just stuff that you are unheard of for gambling system engineers. But I'm a player like you. I don't consider myself a gambling system engineer. All those other Frankenstein systems failed because the people who designed them were quite frankly amateurs or scammers, or they didn't have 2,000 gambling systems to be able to pull their information from the way that I did. This system is going to turn you instantly into a Baccarat master. There's a lot of people out there who call themselves masters, but if you analyze what it is they're doing, it's just nothing more than those other things that I mentioned, the trending or the other superstitious nonsense, you know, gambler's fallacy, for example, betting on something that's due. Great win. System is great for the recreational gambler or the professional gambler alike. Some of you may want to be able to play on a full-time basis, like me, and that's fine. Others may just want some side money in these hard times right now. Be able to win a few bucks with a relatively simple and almost risk-free type of strategy. So that's also good too. Now the 3 manuals, I shrunk them down for you a little bit, took out some of the information in there we're no longer going to be doing. So you're going to get a 113-page manual. And you'll also get training videos as well. Once you send me your confirmation that you've received the system, okay, then I will email you back the links to the training videos. There's over 3.5 hours of video training. But this system is not so easy that you can manipulate it. I mean, yeah, you can manipulate it to the way that you want to play it and so forth, but if you don't do it the way that I train you how to do it, you're risking loss. Now that will be your fault, not mine. So I urge you that if you become a student of mine, please follow the instructions to the letter. Well, looks like here I think we're going to call it quits here in a couple minutes. I just want to make sure that we end here on a win. So I might not play out the full shoe. I've got plenty of other videos though that does play out full shoes. I could just as easily play out this full shoe too. But again, I want to be able to stress to you that even though you may understand and know all of my system, just because you can play a full shoe does not necessarily mean that you should play a full shoe. There's a lot of reasons why you should not play a full shoe. Other people out there who say that you could stay for hours in a casino are scammers. They don't know. Probably they've never even been in a casino, I would be willing to bet. They might be shills. There might be people working for the casino who are paid to give you false information so they can make money. Okay, not a loss, no big deal. Don't worry if these bets get up there a little bit. Again, this is not the money management strategy that I will be teaching. This, I guess you can consider this a backup strategy. Works great, works beautiful. There's a lot of misinformation floating around there regarding this money management. There's nothing wrong with it as long as your bet selection is solid. My bet selection is very solid. So any misinformation that you hear about it probably was originated from the casino themselves. Okay. Alright. Right now, the way I'm playing here, I have approximately a 97% chance that this bet is going to hit. Okay, got a tie. Not a big deal. We ignore those ties. We only bet on player or banker. The tie is actually considered a sucker bet. That's why it's got higher payout on it. And there it is. Alright. That, I think, was where we're going to call it good. That was the highest step I think I made it up to that time. We won on bet 5. But before that, we had never gone beyond, say, step 3. So we always won on the third bet. So step 5 is actually not bad. So let's count up all of our wins and losses. First of all, how many playable hands did we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 50. We got 50 hands exactly. Out of those, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 31 were wins. That means 19 were losses. We had 31 wins versus 19 losses. That's awesome. We won $247.25. We averaged $4.95 per hand, and our unit was $5, so we were 5 cents short, probably because of the commission that the banker has. So that's about it for now. I wish you great success, and thank you very much for watching. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.